You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
And I called on the Lord. I said, man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house shine, they ought to love one another. And they doing it.
We're in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. You've been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you have been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and Sixth Shield General, 4th in command in the nation of Israel, Lahab. I'd like to salute this brother, Macho. Barak. Yeshabium, which means sit. And I'm going to turn it over now to Priest General Lahab.
Water, brother. I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.
Welcome to ISUBK Detroit. Check us out on all social media platforms. Classes are Monday through Saturday. Monday is the history class from 7 to 9 p.m. Tuesday is scripture breakdown. Wednesday is biblical law class. Friday, Lashawan Kodash, Hebrew language. Saturday, the Sabbath service. Check out our community service program. We have food and clothing drives, helping the people in need. And we also have felony expungement services available. Join us and get involved.
is y'all, nigga? One West, one West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, one West. That's who we are, nigga. One West, one West. So who is y'all, niggas? One West, one West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
UPK soldiers got them killers with me, and I don't fuck with every spot cause it's too iffy. Real motherfucking prophet cause the Lord with me, but don't get that shit twisted, I got Drake's with me. Yeah, bitch, and that whole 50. Run up on me wrong, you gon' catch 60. Wait, you gon' catch 20. The other 30 for your homies, bitch, I got plenty. And I'll shoot this motherfucker till that clip empty. Taking orders from your bitch, you a fucking simpy. Shit, should be televised. The way I'm cutting niggas up, bitch, I'm a samurai. Niggas swear they in the truth, but telling hella lies. Stumping like you Greek, bitch, you Hellenized. The revolution gon' be televised, and what I see in my vision gon' leave you petrified.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
UPK soldiers lead cowards in awe. So fuck a gas stop, I came with 6 pumps in my car. My niggas ready to swing, we like kids at the park. So touch a chair around this bitch and we breaking your jaw. They think we Christian, but we not. Nothing about us is soft. I don't know what you niggas on, but that shit get you off. We booted up. We came to take zones for real. Black 40 under my garment, I be dressed to kill. Fourth dimension sitting linger, I be fresh for real. Putting scripts on your corners, but these here ain't pills. We rock covers. You official if you know those drills. Bread and water, you official if you know those meals. Yeah, you niggas soldiers get rolled over. You got police in your pocket, I got a judge in my holster. Oppressors out to get us, so remain sober. Or be chained to them chains till there's nothing that remains of us. A cult leader like Christ, we got the same culture. I bang on them, tell my enemies the reign's over. I up the cig and keep pulling like a chain smoker. The game ain't changed, One West stayed the same on them.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
Niggas talking prophets, yeah, we got plenty. We the reason why it's Israelites around the city. Karkazak tells the rock, bring Shamar out. We about to slide on them, see what niggas talking about. Young dog think he wise cause he a Kim head. That shit lame, they didn't survive, nigga, Kim is dead. Where I'm from, little nigga, is a dirty game. I pledge allegiance to Yahweh, bitch, I'm UPK. Nigga, let's talk bodies. Set up on your corner, wake up everybody. Big priest, until I'm dead deceased. The mission is complete until you're off the street. Saw y'all on the internet, stumping down the street. But take the poor and the weak. Touch a sister or a brother, you gon' be sleep. But take the poor and the weak.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
Fucking with the brothers, then I'm giving out major pain. Clip full of ball heads, I'm shooting out Damon Wayne's. Driven ambition, I ain't never changing lanes. Wise as an old man, but I ain't slanging cane. This ain't a game, this shit way deeper than rap. You speaking the cap, but the shit y'all speaking is cap. I'm 5,000, but I still keep it a stack. I'm in the truth, not cause back then I was seeking the facts. Cry aloud for the niggas that's deep in the back. And the Lord with me, ain't no reason for keeping the strap. We peep the attacks, niggas say we ain't speaking the facts. Stealing breakdowns every time we teaching in class. Niggas snitching, y'all out here squeaking with rats. We be on the street corners teaching that Jesus is black.
We on 125th Street, Harlem, nigga, you see where we at?
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga.
Shalom Israel, Shalom Israel. We are the ISUPK, started at 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1969, under the leadership of Commanding General Yahana. And what we do is we teach blacks, so-called Native Americans, and so-called Hispanics, who they are, what they are, and how to handle themselves according to the true word of God, unlike the word of your oppressor that your Christian church has taught you, unlike the word of your oppressor that your Muslim mosques taught you, unlike all this other mess that we've been going through, the Jehovah's Witness, the rabbi. That's all false doctrine to you, black man, Native American man, Hispanic man. And what you got to understand today is that if you're not in the ISUPK, you're not in the truth, and you're being lied to. So you know, I know when I was growing up, my parents told me not to lie to them, and then they lied to me. We're going to get into the lies that our parents told us as we were coming up, right? Because it's hard for someone to say, don't lie to me, and then they lie to you, right? So if it's hard for you to say, okay, you don't want me to lie to you, so you shouldn't lie to me. So false doctrine is a lie, right? False doctrine is a lie. Idol worship is a lie. And these are all the things that our loving parents and grandparents taught us up following Christianity. Sir?
Shalom, Shalom. Shalom. I'm priest and officer of 1,000 Shah. Here with my brother, Officer 500. Abawan, my other brother. Y'all see him up there on the screen. That's my brother, Officer 500. Shah Yawan in the house out of Canada.
Slack, if I may, sir. If he's gonna be on the show, on the stage, if he's gonna be in class with us, he needs some glasses. We got you some next week. We're gonna get you fly out of one. We're gonna get you fly.
How things up there in Canada?
Salakia, sir?
How are things up there in Canada?
It's Tawab. It's the same hell over in America.
That's why I call it North America. It's all America.
God.
They ain't madness from the same people. They just got different accents. Yeah. Understand I don't know what y'all got. Tories up there?
Same crap, different toilet.
Yeah. Is that what they call them up there? Tories?
I don't know, son. I don't know.
That's an Israelite for you right there. My brother right there, he said, I don't know nothing about Canadian politics.
Right.
He's like, y'all on TV, and I said, I want nothing they thinking of. Don't want nothing they got. Today we gonna get into.
If I may, I got it real quick. Hey, Shah Yawan, sir, you can see the comments and the questions in the chat, right?
Yep, kind of. I can see it.
If I may, sir, could you keep an eye on that, because I can't see them from here.
Absolutely, I got you.
Sounds good. What we're gonna get into, because the world is just a mess right now.
Yes, sir.
Everything is a mess. Okay, how do you look at it? Y'all mad because Kamala Harris didn't get in.
Can't kill your babies.
Donald Trump ain't gonna let you kill your babies. Y'all mad about that? They ain't gonna let you kill your babies.
Ain't gonna let you cut your rod off.
I don't know. He's going against the homo.
Yeah,
so like he's going against.
He said that he ain't about to give these transgender women the in prison money for them to do this.
Oh yeah. That was that was the commercial that killed Kamala Harris. That was the commercial that killed her. Was the commercial? Will you gonna give them prisoners sex transplants in prison? She said, yeah.
That's all black people care about, is changing their sexual identity and killing their unaliving their babies.
That's what she ran. Is that ridiculous or what? Does that mean she ran on the platform? Not going to help our Mexican brothers. She ain't said too much about them. But she said he's going to let Black, Hispanic, and Native American women kill their babies in the abortion clinics. And those who want to be LGBT, if you're in prison, he said she would give you a free, what is it? What type of operation?
Sexual gender operation, whatever we call it. If I may, sir. So think about it. She told she told the daughters of Zion that you can become serial killers, right? You can do mass unaliving of unborn babies as long as they're in your womb. Where if I in the car and I hit somebody that got a baby in the car, I'm getting charged for that.
Not only that, in America, you mess around and get mad, and you doing something silly out there, and somehow a pregnant woman,
I was going there,
is get caught up in the middle of your nonsense, and she and that baby dies. You're gonna have 2 trials. Well, it's gonna be 1 trial, but you're gonna be charged with double homicide.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be just double homicide, period. Because she has a baby in her, that it's okay, like used to be okay, for her to kill it.
Now, if I may, sir, if I may,
go ahead.
My sister was born premature, right? My sister was born premature. Can you hear me, Charlotte?
Yep, come.
It could be heard, So my sister was born premature. She was born at 4.5 months, right? And she was tiny. She weighed like 1.5 pounds when she was born, right? She stayed in the hospital after she was born, probably, she had to get up to 5 pounds before she could come home. So she stayed in there probably another 2 months in the hospital, right? So if these babies can, if she was born at 4.5 months, they having abortions at 4.5, 5, 6 months. A late term abortion is what, 7, 8 months?
I don't know. So
I'm gonna look. What's the late term abortion? I'm gonna look it up. That's why I bought this look at her thing.
My nieces, my daughters, my grandbaby, nobody can come to me and say nothing to me about getting an abortion. You just started a fight. You just started a fight with the old man. Because I'm gonna cuss you out 7 ways from Sunday. You understand? That's absolutely. And here's the bad part about it. How many of you out there was Christians and your pastor and your pastor's wife and the ladies of the motherboard advised you, sister, you're only 16 and you're getting good grades and we know you made a mistake and you don't want to mess up your life. We're going to advise your mother to take you on over to
Dr. Such and Such.
To the clinic. Well, do you know where they went when I was a boy to set up appointments to get abortion?
I got 1,000 jokes, sir.
Do you know? No, when I was a boy. I'm seriously, you ain't gonna believe it. This is a serious issue. This is, how I know where they were? Because I was the janitor of the building at 13 years old.
Wow.
I was the janitor of the building at 13 years old, and it was for African Methodist Episcopal Church. The clinic had a full medical clinic. They call it a press cat, and set up in the basement, apart from the kids' Sunday school part.
So the kids that made it was in Sunday school.
Yeah, the kids that make it. Now they didn't do any abortions there, but you can get your appointment set up. You see what I'm saying? They would set you up there, and then you would go someplace else to get the abortion. That's how they played that, and it was right in the basement of the church. Actually, it was under the pastor's and the secretary's office.
Wow. So look at this, sir. Abortions occurring at or after 21 weeks gestational age are rare. So after 21 weeks, they're called late-term abortions, right?
Say it again.
After 21 weeks.
Read that one more time.
Abortions occurring at or after 21-week gestational period age are rare. They are
21 weeks. Is that 21 weeks?
21 weeks.
After 21 weeks, you're not supposed to get an abortion. And that's not lawfully, that's medically. That's what it said.
So 21 weeks, that's
That baby
4 months.
Is viable. Right. It's four weeks in a month. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 more month, 5 months. That's it. You get past 5 months and 1 week, it's over.
But sir, and doctors have been trying to prove when is a what they call a fetus a baby, right? And it's going back to the point where they can, you know, with the proper care, they can save these babies from the heartbeat, right? And the heartbeat is, I have to look that up. I don't want to give no false information, but I believe it's within the first 4 weeks.
I'm not sure.
For 6 weeks.
I'm not sure when they can detect the heartbeat.
I'll look it up.
But it's rather early. Rather early. They can detect the heartbeat in the zygote. You know what the zygote is, right? Is when the cell begins to split and then it becomes so big it's still just a ball, a cell, but it's just bigger. It hasn't started taking on the form of a human being yet, but they call it a zygote. I believe it is. What you got?
So a fetal heartbeat can be detected. Wait, and then give me the rest of the information. It said a fetal heartbeat can be detected as early as 5.5 to 6 weeks after conception.
There you go.
Right. Most women don't find out they're pregnant till when.
Oh, they get pretty close to 90 days. Well, they find out when they missed that flower.
So I had a cousin. She was 32 weeks before she missed her first flower, and so she goes to the doctor appointment. Now, understand, we were 16 at the time, so we doing wrestling, throwing each other around like 16-year-old kids do, and she went out to the doctor, came back and had to tell the family that she was 32 weeks pregnant.
But here's the hard part: is that we are Israel, and that we would even think it's okay to unalive our babies before they're born. I remember that sign in New York they used to have up. The most dangerous place for a child in New York is in its mother's womb. A black child in New York is in its mother's womb. The most dangerous place because they were doing so many abortions out that way. And where are we going with this? Where's all the scripture? Get me that scripture that said, don't cause your babies to pass through the fire. You know what I'm talking about, Shalom?
I'm gonna look for it real quick.
Don't you see?
Hey, sir, if I may, in Exodus 1:19 was probably one of the first documented where Pharaoh was trying to get the Hebrew women to have abortions.
Yeah. And that's why we love learning under Commander General Yohanan, under the general captain. Because I don't care what we talk about in the history class, we're going to bring it right back to the Bible. We're going right back to the Bible. We've been talking about abortion for a minute, not sure what it is. Now let's take it back in history. Where you at?
I'm gonna go to 16, sir. This is Exodus chapter 1 and verse 16.
Exodus chapter 1, starting at verse 16.
And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife.
Okay, go ahead, who's talking?
This is Pharaoh, sir.
Back up. Let it identify itself. You started where?
I'll go to 13.
Okay.
This is Exodus chapter 1 and verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
That means they made them work hard. They worked a dog mess out of them. From sun up to sundown.
Now understand, this is where the term working like a Hebrew slave came from.
Like a Hebrew slave. You ever heard that? Shaiwan.
Allah, sir.
You never heard? Oh, wait.
That's all over down here.
We got an American Nazi.
Yeah. The folks had me working like a Hebrew slave. That's where it comes from. Because they literally did what? Caused them to do what?
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Okay. Understand. If you ever been in the military, you understand what rigor is. You understand what rigor is, especially when you're going through those things called basic training in AIT. In basic training, when you move, you was at a run all the time when I was there. They got on the bus while you were still in your civilian clothes, screaming, "Hurry, get off this bus. Now, go, go, go." That's rigor. That's rigor. So imagine they building pyramids. Our brothers are building, our forefathers are building pyramids. And we talking about stones that they still ain't figured out how they got them up there. They say they have, but they say they're still, that's really impossible. But you got somebody behind you with a whip while you pushing a 4-5 ton stone with your brothers uphill. You're not pushing. Look, you're not pushing the stone on flat surface. You pushing it up here, and you got men. Their whole job is to keep hitting you on your back, to make you keep pushing or to cut you down. They made them work with rigor. Read
verse 14. And they made their lives bitter.
What?
They made their lives bitter with hard bondage.
Hard bondage.
And mortar.
And who knows about hard bondage today? What Israelites know about hard bondage? Have you ever got the craziest idea that you want to pick cotton?
No.
Not a smart move. I do not know. I've watched our Israelite brothers up here, our other brothers from Latin America,
in Mexico,
and I've watched them up here in America, in these fields and in these yards and in these lawns, and I don't know how they do it. I do not know. When I say Israelite can work, it can work. Look at here. I'm not playing with you,
sir.
The scriptures say that the Issachar is a beast between two birds.
Oh, we.
They say he can put some work in. The Bible says that. Go ahead.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar, and in brick, and in manner of service in the field. All their service, wherein they made them serve, was with rigor.
Watch this. It's finna switch a little bit. When you see they work, you see where the term Hebrew slave came from. They're working them like Hebrew slave. You say with rigor, at every turn, there's a foot on your neck to make sure you do some more work. You understand? A stick on your back, a whip on your back to make sure you don't get an ounce of rest. You get a cup of water, that's enough. Move out. Get back to it. Get back to it. Now watch how they switch. This ain't good enough. This type of rigor is not good enough. Read.
Verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake, the king of Egypt.
The king of Egypt, this is Pharaoh. Go ahead.
Spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Sephar, and the name of the other was Puah. Is that right, sir? P-U-A-H. Puah. Verse 16. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife.
Okay, this is the king This is the Donald Trump of Egypt. Work with me here now. This is the Donald Trump of Egypt.
Count on one kind.
He done went to the midwife. If you don't know, tell me what a midwife is. Shayawan. You know what a midwife is?
So I vaguely remember. I'd have to check the definition again.
Midwife is a profession that don't have all this other training. She knows how to deliver babies and deliver. That's her whole job, is to deliver babies and to get them in this world alive. I would rather have a midwife around one of my wives, and she was bringing one of my sons into this world, breached with the cord wrapped around his neck. I would rather have a Israelite midwife there than any medical physician.
Damn right.
Actually, if I could.
This is the Oxford Language Dictionary of this is the definition of midwife. A person, typically a woman, trained to assist women in childbirth.
That's right.
Salaki, if I could, sir.
What'd you say?
If I could, Adawan. My rib, when we just had our last baby, we had a Colombian sister as a midwife, and the doctor was actually messing up. The doctor had messed up putting the epidural in my rib.
Ooh.
And when she went out to get another doctor to get them to come back to put it back in her, she went into full labor. And the midwife was there. Me and the midwife were there to deliver the baby before the doctor even got back.
You know what I'm saying? Go get our sisters.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not saying that they just naturally can deliver babies.
Yep.
But
she know what to do.
Babies, when I was young, and the babies, they got sick and different things, and girls came up pregnant and different things like that. Everybody didn't run off to Dr. Young's office or Dr. Franklin's office. They went to Miss Ruby, stay over there around the corner in that little shack, and would talk to her. And them babies, man, look, I was 8 pounds 9 ounces when I was born. I wasn't no damn joke. I was 8 pounds 9 ounces. They knew how to have good sized babies. The twins was both 6 pounds apiece in our family when they were born. You know, mom was carrying 12 pounds of baby. That's a lot of baby. So I would rather have our sisters. We got sisters here in Detroit, actually nurses, trained. I want them around in those types of emergencies.
Damn right.
Because I don't trust nobody else.
I was going to say that, sir. It's just that you hear too many stories about these so-called doctors. And I say so-called doctors because they say they still practicing medicine. But my thing is you should have got this right by now. But so many babies are born in this country by Black women and Native American women and Hispanic women that you should have got this right, at least with us. You know, but it's always some medical malpractice mistake or something like that that always happened to somebody like us. Like, remember the story of the young baby getting his head pulled off? You don't hear about that happening in no other nation. You don't hear that happen in no other nation. They only hear about that happen to us.
I understand. Now, every time they tell you it's an accident, you know that they're lying.
If I may, these birth defects supposed to be accidents.
No.
They're not accidents.
When they sell products in the stores, that when you turn and just glance at what's on the side of the product, they say this product causes cancer, may lead to birth defects, causes extra legs to be grown in chickens, stuff like that. And then they still turn around and put that in your front yard as a weed retardant to keep your grass pretty and green. Have you ever heard of Roundup?
If I may.
Go.
If I may, understand that Dandelions help lower blood pressure naturally, right? Dandelions.
Didn't know that.
Right? Now I'm about to put you up on game. Dandelions help lower blood pressure. Dandelion root help lower blood pressure naturally, right? Okay. Go to your doctor. I'm not saying take a bunch of dandelions, but naturally it's been found that that's what dandelions do, right? Now, the thing about it is Tylenol also is supposed to help you with your blood pressure, especially when you're having a stroke. Aspirin, not Tylenol, aspirin. Aspirin, right? Now, who owns aspirin? Bayer. Who owns Roundup? Bayer. Right? So they get rid of the natural so that you could go ahead and take this aspirin, right? And understand is that these people are practicing medicine, right? Back, during
they guess it.
They still guessing.
I think this what they're doing more than anything is they seeing how badly they can hurt you and how long they can get away with it without us saying anything about it. You understand? Because it's Israel. It's not just in having babies. You think that's you think that's atrocious. Listen. Dwayne Wade. We'll just say some names. And y'all tell me what I'm talking about. Will Smith. These fellas got things in common. Magic Johnson. Help me out, y'all. I'm not talking about.
They got sons that want to be girls.
Yeah, no, that are doing everything they can to be one. And then, if I push it too hard, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from the Detroit Police Department shows up and knocks on our door. So the station is down here before you get to the next traffic light. The station is right down there, not far from us. Not that we're scared. We're going to tell the truth. But you see this with the children. We're killing children with the abortion. And now we're turning our young men effeminate. Look at the definition of effeminate. We're turning that shit. Yeah, it's EFF.
Salaki, if I could, just while we're finding that definition, quick shout out to the chat. Shalom, sister Aisha Banath, princess of Yashaba'im, and princess, or Salaki.
Yashaba'im, of Yashaba'im. Okay, I'm like, Princess Yashaba'im. That what threw me off.
Princess of Yashaba'im. We got Shemaya Matar. Yahweh Shema Thambashim outside of the sisters, and we got Trooper Radapia in the building.
What's going on?
Yeah, look at everybody got wood. Kindly like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And when you share to everybody in your family. Share to all your aunties, your grandmamas, because we are set. We are doing these classes. We are on the street. We are out here doing what we do because the Most High sent us to do this. He said, go get your brothers.
And send it to your most Christianized family member.
The more Christian, the better.
Yes.
We want to talk to them.
So I talked to my aunt the other day, right?
Oh, boy.
My aunt is a Christian pastor. She know all the word. Except the part when I'm telling her to keep her mouth closed. That's the only part she don't know.
No, but she don't know how to shut the hell up.
She don't know.
She don't know I suffer a woman not to teach, nor to usurp the authority of a man.
She don't know that.
She don't know that a woman, when they come into the house of the Most High, is to be cited. For this is the traditions of the church.
She don't know that. You know why?
She a female pastor.
Cause and guess what? An effeminate man raised her up, right? And since we talking about effeminate men, let's look at the definition, sir. You all right with that? So, effeminate
when we call somebody effeminate, right? When we identify these brothers as effeminate, it's not a good thing. It's you see how rough and raggedy I look at 65 years old. I look hard. Look, 65, I still got hair that you got to fight with. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real Judah. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing soft about us. You know, if I'm in the room and baby calling me and it's real soft, I'm not going to respond soft because I can barely hear her. I want to know if something wrong. I'm going to respond like a Judah. And guess what? It doesn't offend her. She don't think I'm hollering at her or anything like that. But we do things the way men do things. The one thing I praise the Most High for and thank the Most High is that I was raised. They weren't Israelites. Put like this, they weren't under command of General Yohanan, but I was raised by men.
If I may, sir. Right, and what I've learned in my life is that the UPK got some hard niggas in here. Right, if you go and look at some of these fake Israelite groups, soft niggas begat soft niggas. Right, you look at some of these individuals that wear some of these other colors, right? That don't want to come in here getting this truth and getting all black. They have some and since we're talking about the word effeminate, they got some effeminate characteristics.
So you will know what effeminate really means.
Now, this is effeminate adjective. Now, understand that in the book, in this Oxford Dictionary, the first thing it says is derogatory. So effeminate is not a good thing to be, young man, old man, pastor. Effeminate is not a good thing to be, right? It says effeminate, derogatory, with reference to a man, right? So a woman, according to this definition, she can't be effeminate, right? This is only a man that takes on these characteristics, having characteristics and ways of behaving traditionally associated with the woman and regard as inappropriate for a man. So let's run it back.
Read that last phrase.
And regarded as inappropriate for a man.
It's done. We're done. We're not going to argue about it. It's female behavior.
Will we run it back?
It's female behavior that's inappropriate for a man to do, but he's doing it. He's effeminate. Run it one more time, straight through the definition.
Having characteristics and ways of behaving traditionally associated with women. And regarded as inappropriate for a man.
It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate for you to go put on a bra. It's inappropriate for you to switch down the street.
So, sir, you saying it's inappropriate for your leader to be twerking?
You got no business. No, brother. Hey, you catch him. All I'm saying.
He done that.
Don't be the brother in the UPK called twerking. I'm just telling you.
Oh, you.
That's not going to go across for me. I just got a feeling. I don't know. I've never heard of a brother get up on stage and twerk. I've been through a few parties. We got our own party. They ain't Diddy party.
No, they ain't no Diddy. No, hell no.
Hell no. And brothers don't twerk at our party.
The dope dealers afraid to come to our parties. Niggas be too hard.
Yeah, dope dealers don't come to our party.
So lucky. I wish we had the video here of Big Frida over at IUIC. He'll teach y'all how to dance.
Big Frida, effeminate. TD Jakes, effeminate.
Did you see? I looked at that video. I saw that today. Before I came over here today, it's the video with TD Jakes and his fat self. He's next to Sean Combs, and Sean Combs lays his head on TD's chest.
Effeminate.
That's effeminate. All I'm saying, if you're unlucky enough to find yourself in the Michigan Department of Corrections, don't do none of that.
If I'm dying, sir, don't let my head fall on your chest.
No.
Don't. Like Nikki Steele. Like, no. No.
Look.
I can't go down effeminate. No, we ain't going out like that.
And if you think I can't breathe, slap me. Don't be kissing me. No, slap me. Slap the hell out of me. No. And I'm old school that way. I'm just old. Now, I understand that under certain medical circumstances, I ain't got no choice. The folk gonna do what they can to save my life. But this effeminate behavior, brother, no. Sisters, no. It ain't cute. It's not cute on your 2-year-old. It's not cute on your 22-year-old. It's not cute on your 32-year-old husband.
If I may, sir, you can tell, like, I see a lot of these young boys, and I can tell that they raised up by single mothers, because you see how the way they walk, how the way they carry themselves, you know. And when I say young boy, I'm talking about these boys, you see them from like 6 to 12 or something like that. And it's just something about the way they walk, the way they hold their hands, the way they gesture themselves, right? That you can tell that they're being raised by a single mother, because what they're doing is they're emulating the authority in the house. And that's what young men do. They emulate the authority in the house.
If I could.
Please.
Oh boy. You jumped into a field that we really should be bugging General Muhammad on.
Kind of, sir.
When you talk about why a boy at 7 years old is walking with his wrist bent. You see what I'm saying? And got more sway to his hips than his mama does, right? You're talking about getting to some psychological stuff that I do believe is pretty heavy.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty heavy. But we can look at some basic things that us laymen can take a look at. Number one, children learn in certain ways. That's the first thing you got. You don't know anything that you didn't learn from somebody.
Yes, sir.
And that includes everything, even the way you twitch your mouth on the left when you tired of your wife asking you to move one more piece of furniture. She had you working for 2 hours now, move furniture. And you twist your mouth for a second. You learned that from somebody else. That's not something, nothing that we do, we just got it in a vacuum. It's just boom, all of a sudden one day we could do it. You couldn't one day all of a sudden walk, you kept falling on your face until you figure that balance thing out.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? So the same thing here. These boys are being exposed to a power. You have to understand, a child, a prisoner, or slave. When you have a power over you that from time to time can become very abusive, and there's nothing you can do about it. Whether their abuse is verbal or physical. You understand? But they're abusive and you feel helpless. You know what you're going to try to do, and you know what you can end up falling into. The same thing that most Negroes, Mexicans, I heard a Mexican that came on, that was being showed on the General's class this week, last week, where this is a Mexican woman that said, yeah, I got family in America, illegal, and they should be deported. And they asked her, they said, how long have your family been in America? Oh, about 20 or 30 years. It took Issachar. It took Officer Yashikar to explain how messed up she was. Because how do you call Border Patrol on your illegal alien brother and sister that been living out back and helping you raise these kids and helping you build and your husband build, how do you go against them for the oppressor?
I got an answer.
Go ahead.
Stockholm syndrome.
There you go. That's all it is. 100%. Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm. That's what Negroes got.
Mm-hmm.
That's what so-called Negroes, Mexicans, Guatemalans, any Israelite that's been under the oppression of Esau for 400 years. You're still suffering, and you're killing each other. You're suffering from
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. You understand? You're suffering from Stockholm syndrome.
Want me to grab a definition?
No.
Okay.
I need to trust us. Look it up. You want to know what Stockholm syndrome is? Look it up. Look up the name Patty Hearst. Look up the name Patty Hearst. And you want to look around in the 1970s. That's when that term was coined.
So, if I may, sir, before we get too far off subject, do you want me to continue with the midwives?
No, we blending it all together.
Kind of what kind?
We're gonna blend it all together. Because look, we've talked about you what? You unaliving our future generation.
Kind of what kind?
You're unaliving them, right? You won't consult the midwife. You want to run down to this clinic, that clinic, and all of that. And so then when you find yourself, instead of going to your own people, you go to other people. And then when you find yourself hurt, sick, crippled, disabled, you want to point your finger. But you got sisters and brothers right here do excellent medical work.
We also talked about the brothers that's changing their sexual orientations.
Here's the thing. Now we talked about effeminate men. Effeminate men. God hates that. The Most High, Yahweh. I hate even using the word God. Yahweh hates it. It's an abomination. It's something that he hates. I don't care how bad it hurt your feelings. And I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you are engaged sexually with someone of your sex, of the same sex, the Bible is strictly prohibits that for us. For us. Let's get that straight. No other people should even have this Bible.
Kind of what kind?
Nobody should ever have it. How they learned the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, they were to learn them from us, from watching us. Now, this is why I feel every time we have to get to this point in teaching, we do have to get to this point in teaching, because without understanding this, get me Deuteronomy, you know which one I want, 28
and 1.
And Shayawam, get ready to pick up at Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Come.
Just here, these two scriptures here. Damn. I think it's some of the checking that I've gotten since I've been in the school. And when you look back at it, I think it said, how dumb was I? You see. And I appreciate those check-ins. Listen to these scriptures. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Come.
Take it slow, take it clear.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
What?
Shall.
That's not a might. You understand? That's not a maybe. When you see that in the scriptures, look, take your money and put it in the bank, baby. You can count on it. Now, if you think I'm lying, when we read these scriptures, we're going to bring it back to the day. We're coming right back into modern day history. Read.
And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass.
If thou shalt hearken.
Stop. What's the first word of that sentence?
If.
This tells us that the Most High is presenting to us conditions for whatever comes next. When he say if, the next thing you're going to hear is the condition. This is what sets the basis for the transaction. If this condition is met, in computers, when I first was learning computers, they called it a if-then statement. You ever heard of that? If-then, if this, then that, if-then. Psychologists use it, doctors use it. If this is what we see when we take this sample, this is what we're going to do to alleviate this man or woman of this pain. It's a simple if-then setup right here. If is the condition. I want all black people everywhere listen real close to these conditions. Read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If you should hearken diligently. What he's saying, if you should pay attention attentively. If you will pay close attention to what the Most High has to say. Read.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
To observe and to do. In this sense, observe means way more than just watch. To observe is to do. When you observe the 4th of July, you shoot off fireworks. Is that correct?
Okay.
If you observe the practice of Thanksgiving, you're going to have a turkey and cranberry sauce on your table on a certain day in America. Am I correct?
Okay.
If you observe Christmas, you're going to lie to your children.
Okay.
That's the first thing. You're going to lie to your children. You're going to learn to hate them a little bit more because your old man going to be looking at you like, I don't believe you spent all that goddamn money
on these badass kids.
That's what he's going to say. That's what he's going to say. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you know, they go goddamn Sunday Claus. He going to be in the back room cussing. You see what I'm saying? While everybody out front observing Christmas. If you observe New Year's, you likely gonna get drunk. Sisters, get pregnant with somebody that's your husband now, but wasn't your husband when the night started. You see what I'm saying? You'll get pregnant, and then you're gonna start talking to each other between now and your observing of Valentine's Day. You'll start talking to each other about how to get rid of this baby or how not to get caught. Go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
Observe and to do. That means to obey them. That means to obey them. So if a commandment say, thou shalt not commit adultery, that means don't sleep with another man's wife. You understand, brother? And sisters, if you married, don't sleep with nobody else but your husband. That's a commandment. To what?
To observe.
To observe
and to do all his commandments. All.
What about the one I like?
All.
What about the one, just the one she likes?
All.
What about the ones that the oppressors say these ain't no good commandments in the first place?
All.
What they say? These commandments, if you keep these commandments, they're going to make you look like you are the oppressor.
All.
They're going to make you look stupid.
All.
That you can't get around it. The commandments of God that we must keep are all of them. Are all of them. It's just that simple. Which ones are so great that we must keep them? All of them. All of them. What time?
We good. It's 8 o'clock.
Okay. But I do want to check these preachers up. Read.
To do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Now, the way this started, there was one little 2-letter word at the beginning of this phrase, this paragraph here. It was called if. Pick it up at if and read straight down. Get to the end.
If thou shall hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do his commandments.
That means keep the law. That means no shrimp, no crab, no pork, no lobster. Don't eat none of that. You understand? I mean, don't be smoking cigarettes. Leave the weed alone. Stay away from the crack house. Look, stop going to the strip club catching VD. Stop it. Just stop it. Y'all stop that. That's not fun. Stop. Look, stop going up in folks' homes when their mama at work, right? And having your little teenage sex parties and young adult sex parties. Cut it out. Y'all ain't P. Diddy. Y'all watch him. This is not going to turn out good for him or a whole lot of people in that group. Stop imitating them people. You understand? Observe all the law,
which I command thee this day.
Read.
That the Lord thy God.
Say, if you keep the law, if you diligently keep this law, then the Lord thy God, read.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
Above who?
All nations.
Above who?
All nations.
Where are these nations?
All nations.
Where are these nations?
All across the globe.
Next phrase of the scripture.
Of the earth.
Where are these nations?
Of the earth.
Read again from the top. What will the Lord do?
Start at if, sir?
Nope. Start where the Lord thy God.
The Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
Stop right there. Let me explain something. If we had kept the law, statute, commandments that the brother is reading about right now from the Bible, we would have been set on high. How high would we have been set?
Above all nations.
Keep reading.
Above all nations of the earth.
Of the earth, not just above all nations, but what nations? See, we got to put it all together. All nations on the earth. We would be over all Africa.
All nations.
We would be over all Chinese.
All nations.
We'll be on top of that crazy clown over in North Korea.
All nations.
South Korea.
All nations.
Japan.
All nations.
Indonesia.
All nations.
Vietnam.
All nations.
Australia.
All nations.
We would be over England, Germany, Russia, all of Africa, Hawaii, all of South America, all of North America, and we be watching them little Alaskans too. Make sure they act right. If we had obeyed as a people, we would have been set where?
Above all nations of the earth.
Of the earth. Shayawan, pick it up at verse 15. Start at verse 15.
Come, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
But it shall come to pass. This is the opposite.
If thou wilt not.
Verse 1. Go ahead.
Come. If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Mm-hmm.
to observe, to do all his commandments.
How many of his commandments?
All his commandments.
Read.
And his statutes. Which I command thee this day.
This day.
That all these curses.
That what?
All these curses.
If we don't keep his commandments, the Bible said.
All these curses.
All these curses. Come on, read.
Shall come upon thee.
Okay, let's stop right there. Because when he started listening to curses, it don't get good in there anywhere. So we see way back in Deuteronomy, we had a choice as a people. So what? Obey or disobey?
Okay.
What did we do?
Disobey.
We disobeyed. We chased after the heathen. Did we not?
Okay.
This is after coming out of Egypt. We chased after the heathen. We married our daughters to his sons. We married our sons to his daughters. We took on his religion. We took on his vices. We took on all his evil. That's why to this day, you can go anywhere America and find a black man or woman almost easily as you can find Detroit Ripper that sounds, walk, talk, and think Caucasian. He's a sad soul. She's a sad soul. But in their mind, they've reached the highest pinnacle by imitating our oppressor. That's called
Stockholm Syndrome.
Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome. Germans were classified with a syndrome that General Mahayman looked up. But it's why they have to hurt us. See, we got Stockholm Syndrome. This monster, this devil, he has another syndrome. Let me look it up.
Okay.
I gotta find that.
You good, Shariwan?
Khan, Salaki, if I could real quick, we got two more people in the chat, Sharar Yaquar, Yashmal Tamashim Shai, and Officer Awadia, Yabashim Shabakta.
Hey, you bigger. Why y'all? My little brother right there.
That's my big brother. I'm talking about real big brother.
He ain't no little dude.
He sent behind me the other day and blotted out the sun. So look, as the name of the class today, ladies and gentlemen, Israel. The name of the class is Surviving the Season for Christianity. And the reason why we're bringing these things out, because all these things that we're bringing out today are affiliated with the season of Christianity, right? You unaliving your babies, your unborn babies. It's the season for Christianity. You know, our brothers being effeminate, right? That comes upon the TD Jakes in the Christian church. You know, you got the TD Jakes, you got the Eddie Longs. Bishop Eddie Long was real big, and then the Lord shrank him, and it was like a week. Are you familiar with Bishop Eddie Long? He was the pastor in one of the southern states that they caught him fooling around with some young boys, and he said, "No, that wasn't me." Then he said, "We're not going to talk about that today. We're going to come here and do what the Lord wants us to do on this day." This is what he spoke to his congregation. Then they brought some videos out about him being taking these boys on elaborate trips and paying for, different activities with the young men. And when all that stuff came out, the church said they forgave him, and they carried him down like he was a emperor on one of them seats that how you ever see the 300 movie, and it was carrying Xerxes.
God.
Yeah, so they carried him down like that.
Damn.
And within it seemed like a matter of days, but it was probably a couple weeks. This guy went from being a muscular guy to he shrank up and died. They said he died of AIDS, right? Understand the word of God tells us that, and I'm paraphrasing, if a man is to lay with man as womankind, right? What the blood is going to be on in his. See if you can find that scripture. It says the blood is not. It's
yeah, his blood will be upon him.
So you said what, sir?
It says his blood will be upon him.
Okay, the blood will be upon him. Understand what is HIV? What is AIDS? It's a disease that affects the blood. It's a bloodborne pathogen that it attacks your blood. You got certain diseases that attack the body within the bloodstream and destroy the body from the inside. So these men are laying with each other, and they're passing disease back and forth that is destroying them from the inside because they don't want to follow the law of the Most High God, because they don't want to hearken diligently into the law, statutes, and commandments, which we read just a moment ago, right? You got our sisters that's destroying babies in the womb, right? We got what else is going on in today's society, right? You just had Halloween, where you tell your children all the time not to talk to strangers, not to accept candy and gifts from strangers, but yet and still you send your children out to strange individuals' houses to accept gifts, to accept packages, right? And if you got multiple children, they may be in multiple houses at one time. Can you keep an eye on all your multiple children? Oh, I know what you're going to do. You're going to say, yeah, I tell my kids to stay together. But these predators know how to break children up. They know how to convince the child to turn around and come back, right? They convince little girls to get into the back of vans every day. They convince little boys to get into back of vans every day. Not just that, they convince grown women to come home with them. Jeffrey Dahmer convinced grown men to come home with him. And then he ate them.
He unalived them and then ate them. Nibbled on them.
This is probably the only way you can eat them. You have to, unalive them first. The only one that he did something to a little Puerto Rican boy, and he was brain dead but walking around at the same time. Did you see that? Yeah, so he had messed up his brain or something like that, and the police came to him, and because this is an oppressor, and these police officers are oppressor, they allowed this young man to go back with Jeffrey Dahmer when there were black women around them. She may have been an Issachar sister, but I know one of the sisters was black. Mm-hmm. And they were telling the police, don't let this boy go with this dude. Don't let him go with this dude. And the police, since they were oppressors and he were oppressors, guess what? That's my man. I'm gonna go ahead and let him go. We're not gonna listen to these women, these black women, right? And guess what happened?
He had to unalive.
Jeffrey made the boy a sandwich. He unalived him and he ate him. Think about the worst things that your oppressor has done to you. And that's nothing compared to because you read in the book what they done to you in history and the slavery and things like that, but you really don't know, right? The term jingle bell, right? You go around in a couple of weeks, you're gonna be singing jingle bells. But do you know what an actual jingle bell is, Israel? Jingle bell is what it is a device that they put around the neck of a slave who has tried to escape, right? They put a cowbell basically around him, and there's 4 prongs that come up and they hang over. They overhang and they got bells on them. These bells are very sensitive. They wail this iron yoke around his neck with these cowbells that are hanging off the top, right? So they can know exactly where this individual is at all times. And right, you know what you're gonna do? You gonna sing about dashing through the snow and some jingle bells, not knowing what it was. Sir, did you find that what you were looking for?
No. I'll get somebody to bring it.
That's
if anybody remember that disease that Joe Muhammad said he found in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
It was a German disease of some sort, not that special case stuff they talk about in Italy.
Okay.
But it was another disease. And what the disease, what he was saying, what it showed is that these people could not be happy unless they was hurting you.
You see that every day now. These police.
That's the fact of America. You understand? That's the fact of being in America. The fact that we are not glued together like this is crazy as hell. Just when we read Deuteronomy 28. If you obey the law, statute, commandments of the Most High, you live over everybody else on the face of the planet. But if you disobey the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, pick that up back right there where it say, but if you don't hear me, Charlie One.
Come on, sir. If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Okay, if you're going to keep on eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, if you're going to keep running your mouth when the man of God is talking to you, if you're going to go out and just do it your own goddamn way, anyway, no matter what you're told, read.
Come. To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
He said, all these curses will come upon you. Read.
And overtake thee.
And overtake you. Now, let's stop right there. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, so-called it is. Now, I want y'all to take a little time and look around. Just look around in what you call your neighborhood right now. Are you living on top of everybody, or is everybody living on top of you? When we talk about people of other nations, when you look around and see other people that look like you, other Israelites that look like you, what are their conditions? Are they the LeBron Jameses of the world? Are they the Barack Obamas? Are they these real? That's part of it, but nope. That what they got is it's an actual name of a disease. It's an actual name of a disease, but that's all right. When you look around, that's it. That's it. I know they don't think. Sometimes people may not believe, but I'm gonna show you something. We told y'all about Stockholm syndrome. That's what we got. They got something too. But anyway, what I was saying, we're gonna come back to that. What I was saying, what was I saying?
He was talking about hurt people loving to hurt other people.
These people, this is what I'm talking about. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Want me to read it for you, sir?
No, I'm gonna see where I want to start here.
Where is the word highlighted?
Okay. What is it called when someone likes the pain of others? This is a disease.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's called. It's called, here it's called masochism and sadism are both about the enjoyment of pain. Masochism refers to, and this is not it. I thought this was it. It said, is it masochism? It's not masochism. It was mush. It could be masochism, but they were just saying it in German. In German. But it's a German word. I know that for sure. But it's not defined much differently from this. Masochism and sadism are both about the enjoyment of pain. Masochism refers to the enjoyment of experiencing pain, while sadism refers to the enjoyment of inflicting pain on someone else. What I'm telling you is your oppressors get off. They love to hurt you. They love to hurt you. If an oppressor, just look at the history of how they dealt with it. Excuse me, sir. That's not how that should be done. Nigga, you're fired. Get out of here. You don't tell me what to do. We're the last hired, first fired. We get beat upside the head by the police like we commit every crime there is to commit, but we don't. The fact is, this is what we do. We don't obey the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. The bottom line to this little section here is really simple. You see it right in front of you. It's written someplace else. I have placed in front of you both life and death. Schadenfreude, that's what it's called. It's called Schadenfreude. Listen to this. Pleasure delivered by someone from another person's misfortune. A business that thrives on Schadenfreude. These people thrive on your misfortune. Get me Judith 5, in fact. Get me Judith 5 up around the 19th verse over in the Apocrypha. Judith 5. These people have been striving. I'm going to show you the sad part about it. I'm going to show you how dumb we have been. We have been dumb. The dumbest thing we ever did is not listen to the priests and prophets of the Most High. This is a history class. You still don't listen to the priests and prophets of the Most High today. You think we're a joke. I met a brother today, and he was kicking a little bit about his past. I was talking to him a little bit about mine. We know some roads. I don't think we knew them together. But I still saw things in that brother. I just wanted to tell him, I invited him back as openly and honestly as I could. Come on back, brother. Maybe he'll come back. Because all our brothers and sisters need us.
I got Judith 5. What verse, sir?
We're going to start at verse 19. I'm telling you what they call short and fright. They get off on our pain. And they think we stupid for not coming out from under this pain. Watch this. Read it.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 5 and verse 19. But now are they returned to their God.
Back up.
Let me go to 18.
Go to 18.
Con out of one con. 17?
18.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 5 and verse 18. But when they depart from the way which
back up. Some more.
I think we should go to 17, sir.
Start around.
It's 15.
Let's see what 14 look like.
Come on.
Yeah, start at 14.
Come on. The book of Jude, chapter 5 and verse 14. And brought them to Mount Sinai, and the Cadids burns, and cast forth all that dwelled in the wilderness. Verse 15. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all them of Esbelon, and passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country.
This is Israel. This is us. This is our people traveling through, coming from Egypt. And And they get in this place and they just conquering everything, everybody, bro.
Verse 16, and they cast forth before them the Canaanites and the Pharizzites, the Jebusites and the Shemanites.
That's the
Sycamites, and all the Gergesites, and they dwelt in that country many days.
Now, the promises of the Most High said, if you obey my laws and statutes and commandments, that you will be placed over all the people. And you see here, while we are obeying his laws, we running people out of their own country. We running people out of their own country. Keep reading though.
Verse 18, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them.
But when we departed from the way, what is the way? Ask them in the chat. What is the way in the chat? The brother is reading. Read that part again.
But when they departed from the way,
what is the way? What is the way? That's all I want you to read. Just way. Stop right there. What is the way that they departed from? What do we get in the chat? Let's watch this chat. See if anybody knows what is the way that these people departed from. Go ahead and read. What happened when they departed?
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed.
They were what?
They were destroyed.
They were what?
They were destroyed.
They were destroyed. Detroit.
Salak, you the one?
Go ahead.
I got a sister in the chat, Sister Shamayam. She's saying departed from the teachings.
When they departed from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, that is the way. There is no other way for us to live. We must live by the law, statute, commandments of the Most High God, or perish. They were what?
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed.
They were what?
They were destroyed.
They were destroyed. The Bible is no joke, man. Brothers and sisters, the Bible's no joke. Y'all think this, what they say, y'all think this is a game, right? Y'all think this is a game. I was watching TV and found out that a building marvel had occurred right down the street from where I live, and didn't know it had happened until I saw it on YouTube. They got some new build, some way to raise a building to where the top is put in first, the elevators and stuff are put in first, and then the building is built on the ground. So the top floor is built on the ground, and then it's raised up in the air and put on the building. And locked to what they already got up in the air.
So they build a pillar or a system, and then they take the top floor and put it on top.
No. They bring it all the way around. Like this, they bring everything that's going to be on the outside of that is put in place and raised up together. The whole floor. I said, that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? But this is what they're doing. They got all this stuff going on that we don't know. Why? Because we disobey the Most High. That could be our building. That can go up and down like an elevator. I don't know what it all works, but it could be us. That type of, remember, we built America.
Yes.
America was built on the backs of slaves. So we should be on the top. There should not be anybody other than us.
If I may, sir.
Getting a quarter, a dime from a piece of cotton. You understand what I'm saying? Every time some type of ship moves, I should get a quarter. I should get a nickel, something. A big boat moves.
Kind of one kind.
But because my forefathers disobeyed the Most High, and they disobeyed him continuously, Let's see what Judas got. What else they got to say over here in Judas about disobeying the Most High. Pick it up where you left off.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles.
Okay. Before they start disobeying, they whooped everybody, ran them out of their own country. But when they departed from the way, when they stopped obeying the Most High, when they start sneaking out under behind a bush or a tree somewhere to holler at that foreign girl, or they started to hide over here in a group of three because they found some girls that's gonna feed them some ham. When they start doing that kind of stuff, they were destroyed. You understand? But
they were destroyed in many battles, very sore.
Many battles, when they say very sore, that means they got their behinds kicked. A lot of people died. A lot of men died. A lot of men died. Read.
And were led captive into a land that was not theirs.
Keep going.
And the temple of their God was cast to the ground.
You see that? When we disobey the Most High, we lose this temple. Other people get to come in and run through this temple and destroy it. Keep reading.
And their cities were taken by their enemies.
Keep going.
Verse 19. But now,
you see what happens when you disobey? You lose everything. You lose. You gotta get this through your head. You gotta get this. This is not a game. This is not a game. Black people, you want to know why Mexican, Native American people, you want to know why you're on the bottom. You're hearing it come straight out the Bible yourself. You're hearing it come straight out the Bible yourself. Every time you participate in any of this Christian crap, you understand? You disobey the Most High God. You understand? You disobey Yahweh, your power. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 19. But now,
hear this. Read it slow and clear.
But now are they returned to their God.
Look, but now are they returned to their God. They was with their God in the beginning. They whooped everybody's behind. They got to be here and start doing what they want to do, turn away from keeping those law, statute, commandments of the Most High, and they got destroyed. And he said, but sword, they got towed up. But now they have what? Returned to the Most High. You're going to see the lesson of this. Read.
And are come up from the places where they were scattered.
Look at here. But now they return to their God. This almost sounds like a prophecy about us. And have come up from the places where they have scattered. This brother come out of Canada. I came, believe it or not, I came out of, to get back home, I came to get back to Michigan, I came out of Kansas to get here. A long way, but I came from Kansas. It was a long way to get here. You come from Detroit.
Come on.
Another brother comes from Toledo. We know anybody from Toledo? We know brothers that we thought was from Detroit live in Toledo now.
Come on.
We got brothers coming in from Cleveland, Chicago, from wherever they were scattered. When they returned to the Lord, pick that up.
And are come up from the places where they were scattered.
We were scattered because we disobeyed. Start obeying and see what happens. I dare you. I dare you. Start obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments, and they're written, and they're taught by the ISPPK. I dare you to obey them. And let's see what happens. Read.
And have possessed Jerusalem.
Keep going.
Where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill countries, from it was desolated.
We went into Jerusalem, filled it up, and then moved it to the hill country that was empty. We built our own houses. Why? Because we returned to keeping the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Read.
Verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord.
Listen to the advice that this man is giving to his general, to his boss. He's giving them, and this man is a heathen. He's not an Israelite. What's so important about that? They know your book.
Exactly.
They know your law. They know what you can do to win or keep losing this war.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the reason why they're pushing Christianity on you.
Oh.
This is the reason why they're pushing abortions to you sisters.
Right.
This is the reason why they pushing the femininity to your brothers. This is the reason why they want to give you sexual orientation changes, right? Because they know if you fall away from the old power, they can stay on top of you, right? And if you are a diabolical beast, all you want to do is stay on top of the prey because you continually eat. These people continually feed off of us. They continue to eat off of us. How do we know? Look at the music industry. Look at the movie industry, right? Look at black people play basketball better than anybody else in this world, right? We don't own majority of the teams. You know what we do? We get out there and we slam dunk, we pass the ball, and we shoot 3-pointers so that our oppressor can get some money.
If I could just
please.
You know why we do that? Because we're living in a thing called sin. Because we are disobedient to the Most High. So therefore, he offers us no protection. And therefore, since he offers us no protection, we can't own our masters. You see what I'm saying? We can't make our own music and make it what we want it to be. It has to be what our oppressor tells us to make the music to be.
You know what's so heavy about that, sir? Is that if you look at our music in like the late 90s, after MWA dropped, our music started to bring out the positive side and help started making songs like We All in the Same Game, right? We started making songs that lift up our people. We started having television shows that tell our brothers and sisters to go to college, right? We start having those things. We try to push positivity to our people. And the heathen said, no, nigga, we still own this, right? And we don't want you going to college. We want you killing each other, right? We don't want you being a family man. We want you out here being whoremongers, and we want your daughters to be whores, right? And the reason why is because this scripture right here, as long as we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, right, what the Lord gave us back in Deuteronomy 28:1, as long as we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, our oppressor and every other nation along with them stays on top of us.
Now, is the brother lying or is the brother telling the truth? Is the brother lying or is he telling the truth? Or is that found in the Bible anywhere? Is it found in the Bible? See what I'm saying? Let's find out. Verse 20 again from the top.
Now therefore, my Lord and governor,
my Lord and master. This guy is no punk, but he know who he talking to. He talking to the big guy. Go ahead, read.
If there be any error against this people,
if there be, and this is crazy, any error. And the reason I say it's crazy is simply because he's not looking for a specific error. He's not looking for, okay, if they did this one thing, if they did that one thing, if they did this, no, he said, if there be any error. This is the people that have been blessed so much by the Most High that you have to look, you got to try to find the smallest error among them. But if you can find the error, read.
Sir, before I read, may I say something?
Go ahead.
He said, if there be any error against this people, so not only the smallest minute error, but it's against the people.
Right.
We got to do this as a whole, Israel. We have to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments as a whole, right? Mashah can't come back to the Lord by itself and expect all the rest of us to be on point, right? Be on target. We have to come back. We have to come back, follow these law, statutes, and commandments. Get in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. You're going to learn how to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. Because if there be any error against these people,
If there's any error against these people,
and they sin against their God,
and they what?
sin against their God.
Stop. The error is you sinning against God. Let's not run past that. That's your error. That's your mistake. Don't think it's a whitewashed word because it says error. No, this is a mistake, a terrible. This is a life-altering mistake. They mess up. Read. And
they sin against their God.
Against their God.
Let us
Go ahead.
Consider
this.
that this. Let us consider this. Hold on, I missed. Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Somebody in the chat, give me your best answer on this. After reading that scripture, what is the thing that can ruin Israel? Or when we look at our own selves, what has ruined Israel? We just had it right in front of us. He just read it. What is it that ruins Israel? Destroys Israel.
Let me read it again, sir.
Anybody, any movement in that chat?
Not right now, other one.
You know, y'all. We do like participation. We do like participation. We don't just sit up here to talk and entertain ourselves. We want to know that you're learning because we don't want you to go out and get fooled. We're gonna close it on that last part, but there's a way that you can be fooled, tricked, real easy. All right. Let's give it to him. Read it one more time.
And they sin against. Oh, I'll back up. If there be any error, against this people,
it's against you. Your mistake is going to be against you. You got to pay for it. Read.
And they sin against their God.
Stop keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You stop keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You're doing everything except for keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
You understand? Read.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
When you don't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, the people are ruined. They're destroyed. They're destroyed. The people are led by babies. They are. That was I like the scripture say that they are oppressed by children. By children. Do you know when I'm out moving the body a lot, I do run across them other people. It's not too few of them that I run into that can even begin to think on the level that we think. Brotherhood. Obedience to the Most High. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments no matter who don't like it. It's not too many of them that think like that. Now, with these last 15 minutes, let me show you why you sin so much. Because you were taught from a baby that you too can be saved. Have you ever heard that? You too can be saved. They put these imposters in your face, and they have you watching The Little Rascals and Tarzan. And then you grow up and raise a generation of children. That was my generation I was just talking about. Then you grow up and raise a generation of children on Kemper the White Lion and Mr. Rogers and Barney.
Polka dot door.
Polka dot door. Blue's Clues. And you also raise them on How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You raise them on that.
Chippendale, Rescue Rangers.
You raise them on those lives. You raise those children on those lives. Well, we raised that generation on those lives. That generation took it to a whole new level. And they in church. Okay, they in church. And here's what we got away with. It was the pastors that was telling us this is how you're supposed to raise them. Teach them this. Teach them this. You go to church on Sunday. Teach them if that boy don't do, if that man or that boy, whatever they call him, don't do what you want him to do, then go get you another one and leave him. This is what the church teach them, has taught. You see what I'm saying? The church teaches whoremongering. The church, look, you only get I don't want to get too upset. I messed it. His holes up. But here's the deal. Real talk. The church teach people it's okay to get, preachers teach people it's okay to get divorced. It's better you get divorced than live together in misery in front of the children. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says if a man who's married divorces his wife so that he can marry another, he has committed adultery. The Bible also says that a man ought never put his wife away. He should never divorce his wife except it be for adultery. Now, if she commits adultery, you have to divorce her.
You must.
You must divorce her. I don't care how much you think you love her, but you must divorce her if she commits adultery. That's the law of the Most High. Our problem is the heathen's law sounds too sweet. And now that we're seeing the rug pulled out from under his law and our feet, now you can't bust this. You can't what you call it? Not monogamy. You can't polygamy shame. You can't polygamy shame no more. You can't do that. You're getting uncomfortable. You see that? You cannot polygamy shame us no more. We about much polygamy. Because we about growing Israel. We're about sisters getting along. And quit. And look at here. We in charge. The general let me. Every time a soap opera pop up. Oh, I'm gonna blow it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even try it. Don't even try to get one in the kid. Don't even talk like you want to make a soap opera.
General Hospital.
No.
I think that's the only one I know, sir.
But I watched them things destroyed our women.
They did.
They destroyed our women. They were so into Erica Kane, and Susan this, and the Fatsburgs that. They were so into that they ran their husbands and children crazy. My mom and them ran us crazy.
My grandmother used to watch. Was it One Life to Live?
One Life to Live.
One Life to Live.
As the world turned. I'm telling you, I grew up walking the door, and you had to be quiet because they were watching. So
My Stories is on.
My Stories is on.
Yep.
Boy, you know better than coming here making that noise.
My Stories on.
You didn't have nothing. And they destroyed because watch it between them stories and them janky, them low-life preachers we had. And none of them were too dead fly. Here's why I got no respect for preachers. You went to school all them years to look good, I guess. To say you had a degree. Somebody bring me an officer 50. Just bring me officer 50. And y'all bring me any preacher you want to bring.
Damn right.
Let's sit down and talk. That officer 50 will wipe you, going to school for 8 years and off with the flow. He just wipe you up. Because you don't know the Bible. The only thing you wouldn't learn is a bunch of nonsense your oppressor is telling you. And if you call on it was nonsense, you made a conscious decision to continue to lie to your people and to draw them away from the Most High. Somebody get me Jeremiah 20.
You want 23?
Yeah.
I was going to give you 10 and 1.
23.
Count on one kind, sir. Count on one kind, sir.
Slack, if I could add, just while we're waiting, if I could add real quick on that polygamous topic, I just read an article yesterday that there's actually in Canada, it says 1 in 5 relationships they call it polyamorous. And the number is so high that lawyers are starting to fight for the rights of men with multiple women because these women are getting they're not getting what's it called, like
Hey, nah.
Breaking news in Canada.
God.
Did you just tell us to move to Canada?
Did you just?
Yeah.
I'm going this week. ID, you know that, right?
I got my hands ID and the passport.
You see what I'm saying? I don't need all that. I keep it simple. But you saying it seriously. I'm serious. You saying it.
Cause it's 1 in 5 relationships in Canada. They're saying are polyamorous.
Hold up, 1 in 5. That's 20%, ain't it?
Count on no kind, sir.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That number. He's an engineer, so he would know the number.
God.
That's 20% of the population.
Count on kind, sir.
That's 5% short of a quarter of your population.
Guess what that is?
What?
In America, that would be black folk.
But Jack,
we only make up 13%.
But you said, hold on now. That's relationship. But you said some kind of fighting for.
Because I guess the issue is that I guess you have women leaving these relationships. Like you have a woman coming into a relationship with a man and a woman, and she's moving into their house. And then say the relationship doesn't work, and then she leaves. Mm-hmm. She's not quote unquote protected. She doesn't have the same rights as a man and woman who just get married and get the piece of paper because Canada doesn't recognize it as a legal union. So lawyers are starting to fight for the rights and recognize that a lot of our population is polygamous. So
brothers and sisters, having problems, make sure, if they run into problems with stuff like this and all this mixed together and they're saying like, okay, it's starting to get crazy here too. What should we do? You tell them to come to the school where you are.
Damn right.
Your house. We'll get up there and we'll start teaching these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because that is a great thing. That there are people, and I'll take it, Canada is a lot more, I don't know, it seems a lot more tolerant than America. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying it seems that they're a lot more tolerant than America. So
what you mean by
tolerant, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's not only Israelites fighting in Canada to recognize polygamous relationship.
If I could, I don't want.
Right.
The thing with Canada is because our economy is so terrible, we heavily rely on immigrants coming in. Okay. So Canada is a massive melting pot. You probably have, I wouldn't be surprised if Indians or East Indians and Asians make up most of the population of Canada. Okay. You have a ton of immigrants that come in. So
y'all food horrible.
Salakia?
So y'all food horrible. And it's
hey, we got Israel still in Canada. We should hold it down. So
yes, sir. I didn't want to do like Donald Trump did Puerto Rico.
And here we go. And it covers all the way. We come at full circle. Your pastor is the one that told you that you only can have one wife. Your pastor told you that. The Bible didn't tell you that. Okay. As a result of that, what you got now is a bunch of whores. I'm telling you, sisters, if you haven't read what they have to say to the daughters of Zion in the Bible, I suggest you do. Because we're going to hit that soon too. Go study up on the daughters of Zion in the Bible. But right now, I hope you understand what we're saying. It's real simple. We look at us now in these big cities, and we can leave here right now, drive less than 5 minutes, and walk and end up on the road in the city of Detroit, where there are either no houses left there or 1 or 2 left on the block. And if it's more than 1 or 2, those other ones are about to fall down and raggedy as hell.
Damn right.
You understand? We live in these conditions. And we're not even talking about what you may run out into on the street, on the bus, or whatever. Right? But we in these conditions because we live in disobedience to the Most High. He promised us in Deuteronomy that if we did not obey him, curses would follow us. It seems like every Israelite in this hemisphere is cursed. Donald Trump want to throw people back over the wall. He want to separate families again. Pope Mexico is correct, but they finna catch him. But we got it. You see what I'm saying? We got it. Panama been quiet here lately, so I expect some noise over there. You see what they're doing in Cuba. They still don't want to be them brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And did y'all know that one of the worst countries to live in for an Israelite was Argentina? Yeah, Argentina has a terrible history towards Israel. Terrible. Argentina was a country that at one time we wouldn't take their beef because we didn't trust them not to send it over here with mankind. Argentina has fought England for years. They was fighting with England for years until they finally gave up. But even now, right now, they still catch them. That's a all white. That's a white brand South American country. White for real. I think all Argentina could be a sundown town. You know what a sundown town is? Be out of town before sundown. That's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
You don't live around here, be out of town before sundown. You see. But when you live in the ghettos, in the barrios, in the concentration camps, and on the Indian reservation,
mm-hmm.
you got no place to go. Where you gonna go? You got to stay there. You got to live. Well, if you want where you are to come up and not be on the bottom, start obeying the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Monday through Saturday, get to a school. Get in school. Look us up online. We all over the place. When we do this exit, we do this outro. Watch the names just stroll up on there and see if your city come up, and then call that number that's on there and get in this school. Go ahead, Shawty Mom. You got anything else?
No, I don't want.
Okay, so look, while you're in here, like, share, subscribe, pay your tithes.
Pay your tithes.
We are the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Start 125th Street, 1 West, 1 West. Look here, we teach our black folk, our Native American folks, our Hispanics folk, who we are according to this Bible. Right. Today, my Ottawans have dropped some jewels on you, Israel. Please, if you don't believe us, look it up. If you got a problem with what we saying, come to the class and ask questions. Right? Bring your best pastor, bring your best rabbi. We whooped on a Muslim the other day. It was just bullying the other day. It was just bullying. It was just like, come on, man. You want to pull some more?
Look here. Here's one thing I'm gonna tell you. Don't bring in here. Do not bring.
Oh, can I say it?
That effeminate pink suit wearing choir director
or
organ player, piano player,
or one of them devils.
Which one?
Any of the devils.
Don't bring
it. So.
Oh no! They're not Israel. Don't bring them in here.
Don't bring them in here. Yeah. Close it out. I'm gonna take care of the outro.
Yep, I'll take care of the outro. All right, Israel. I hope y'all got somebody that I know that's more of a classroom thing, but that's a fact. How many ways can we tell you that because you're disobeying the Most High every day on a regular basis, every angle, because of that, that's what's keeping us in poverty. That's what's keeping us on the bottom. You see what they did? What they did over there in what book was that we read from? Judith. In the book of Judith, he said, "Now, my Lord, if they return to their God, we'll say if they sin against their God, then we shall go. We can overtake them." He knew that our God would not protect us as long as we sin against him. Same here. Too many of us died young, lost our fathers, lost our mothers, lost a brother or sister. Why? Because we're sinning. We're dying here for the same reason the Israelites were dying back then. We don't have to die, people. You don't have to die. Come into the ISUPK, learn how to live, learn how to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. I want to say Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Thumb. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah. You're still going out loud. Yeah.